3 years. Hello there, this is Grand. I wanna repurpose this channel for something else, for now at least. Our current discussion of topic now currently is Spawnism. It has been swirling around on the Roblox community, most recently, as I've been observing. And about Chisbo, you may know his actions. Well, I suppose I'll start this off with some of the most basic critiques that I may include in this video, especially if it's grounded in reality. I'll introduce you to some criterias. Number 1, reality verifiable, aka historically written in non-fiction. Like, for example, Spider-Man isn't real because he's not historically written and is verifiable in as fiction. And number 2 and number 3 is objective grounding and the purpose of that belief, and if it is binding to us, like objectively, of course. What that means is not being changeable by us. Number 4, does it justify the transcendental categories? It is a complex thing, of course, since it talks about metaphysical justification and epistemological questions, like how we come to know this and where we come to know this, which we will question about Spawnism. Yes, and funnily enough, I haven't received an objective basis or reason for their beliefs. Anyways, let's get started. Here we are. A friend sent me this. I'm not sure of the specific Spawnis server, though this is partly of the confusing belief systems they have, since it's literally divided. There's no objective standard. Though I'll start off with the reasoning and consistency they may have, or the lack of thereof. Here we are. Goes against Spawnism. SH. There's not necessarily a reason of how it goes against Spawnism, since you do show your devotion to Spawn, like showing your reverence to them. But doesn't mean I condone their practices. But I'm not sure of where you got that from, like where you specifically got how it goes against Spawn, though in other belief systems there's objective reasons, especially in Christianity. Bodies are the temple of the Holy Spirit. That's why shield, respect it and not harm it. Take care of it, finally and gently, which is said in 1 Corinthians 6:19-20. So this goes against number 2, objective grounding. It doubles down on a point. For coherence, yes, we have points, deductions. This still goes to question if it is connected to reality or just a fragment of fiction. Since I haven't seen a historical background check except for fiction on like a text. So also this goes to question, what then do you worship or like devote you? There is no rules, no rules. Look at it. No rules for Spawnism. No rules at all. So it goes against this rule 1. We go against SH. So it's like literally personal preference or what? It goes to really question their belief systems, though. Like, there's no set like rule or objective standard for it. Even now, like, did Spawn tell you this in like a certain way or what? Like, because like feeling is subjective and preferential. Like, you can interpret it as, oh, it is true, yeah, it is true, yeah. Oh, so do other belief systems or other gods that people seem to quote unquote feel in their lives. So it really goes to question it on the reasoning and as of why they even believe in the first place, or if that voice or feeling is true or not. So this goes to really, really question their foundations on, especially on reality. Like, what? It's subjective. And like, you believe and interpret it. Like, then what's even the reasoning for it? Like, why should we even follow it if it's based off our personal preference? Like, why? It actually lacks like a proper guidance for them and us as of what is true and what's not true. Like, how can we follow something if it is based off our personal preference? Like, honestly. And that's the very thing in question. Like, if there is no actual objective standard, how then do we follow something if it is only ourselves? Anyways, we go about this point. How do I join Spawnism? So you don't even give an objective reason or guidance for them or us as of how and where do we follow Spawn? Like, what? And beliefs. Oddly enough, this also says that you can follow other religious teachings, but like other religions contradict it because other beliefs has a different foundation or objective basis as of why. Also, symbol, what is Spawn? Like, how can we know Spawn? Like, what? How does it function? Probably as a being. How does it exist? This has to be one of, if not the most dumbest, if not the important question I have for it that I haven't even received an answer for. And well, the second is what is the purpose of the second life? Also, yes, like the existence of something is a necessary thing as of why we even believe something in the first place. If we don't have a certainty of how it exists and where properly, then why do we even believe it in the first place? Where did we learn it? Is it from a trusted person, quote unquote, or what? And how does it function? Also, what is the pre-existing meaning? Anyways, the resurrection and reincarnation is often tied to other religions, which I really question what is the purpose of even the second life, like as I've said earlier. Also, appreciating life? Why? Oh, yeah, that sounds really dumb, but that is a real question even for me and atheists. Anyways, about Chesbo. Is he wrong or not? And on what basis is he wrong? And people may answer, and I've seen it. Oh, Chesbo doesn't follow Spawnism. Oh, is his teachings about Spawnism right or wrong? How do we know that it's right or wrong if it's personally preferenced and there's no objective grounding as of what's the correct teaching for Spawnism is, which other religions has an objective standard or basis. So that's a basic question for you. So we've clarified that it's not reality verifiable, like non-fictional, since it's literally grounded in fiction and there's no objective standard. Of course, look at this. I've I've received this. It's literally a blatant copy of Christianity, of what Jesus has done and taught and has received in this reality when he entered it. Like, bro. Also, I'm sorry if you can also see this like properly, but this is basically Christianity's teachings like being ripped off its core. Like, why? Why have you done this? And this goes to question its authenticity. If it goes to copy and plagiarize every single text, like also, I'll give this. Look, it's deliberately copying each part and teachings of Christianity and what Christ has done and fulfilled. Though, honestly, I'm kind of disappointed. There's literally no objective standard still. even though the Spawnism codex has been given. Also, you can pause at any time and pause. And personally, I've been questioning my belief in God, rather, and my purpose ever since I was a kid. That's why I question everything. Though about Josephus, he's a historical writer, and Tacitus is also a historical writer. They both wrote about Jesus and his followers and what he's done. And specifically, Josephus has written down the historical events of Israel. But the Bible also is a historical document from the apostles. Specifically, I'm talking about the New Testament, though the Old Testament is also a historical document of the past on the Israelites and the Hebrews. Alright, so we have our final counting. Deduction points are around 9. Yes, 9 points. I counted them in my recording. So, this is one of the most harmful and deceiving kind of like belief, since there's no objective standard or grounding in reality. Though I know why people believe in something, since I've been repeatedly been in that position, so I can relate to you guys, fortunately. But I've been trying to just kind of recover myself recently, since there's been a lot going on, but I appreciate this kind of thing given opportunity to me, so thank you still. But subjective truth, as I said, is self-defeating and doesn't provide any guidance for us as people who are seeking out truth, especially me, though, and others. People cling to some form of belief, especially due to comfort or a sense of hope, justice for the evil that happens around us. Though I think that God already has provided someone to cling to, and that is Christ, whom suffered with us and not abandoned us in our suffering. Even if he seems far, he's still there. He hasn't forsaken us. Yeah. Sorry for this. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, what? Who gave you the right to say this? Oh, it helps. It helps. Do you think that harassing someone actively helps their situation or recovery? How dare you? Because it would be better for you to be silent than harassing someone.